Hey gamers, welcome back to the channel. Today in DC Dark Legion, I want to talk about one of the most asked questions I get either on Discord or on my streams, and it has to do with summoning priority. We know the schedule, so which heroes should I summon for? Is there anybody I should skip? What star level should I get them to before I hold on to my Anvils and wait for the next character? There's a lot to discuss here. It's going to be a lot of fun, so let's get into it. All right, and welcome back. A little bit of a personal update. If you've been following me, you know that we've been looking for a house. We made an offer. It was accepted. Very cool. Now we got to sell this house. I've been in an empty room for a little while. You can see the white background, no green screen. But that's also why content's been just a little bit slow this week, so I appreciate the patience. Let's talk about this. So as far as the summoning schedule goes, like I said, a lot of questions around who should I summon for? Is there anybody I should skip? What star level should I get them to? So I want to go through each bleed hero and give you my suggestions on this. This is the same advice I give out on my stream and even today on Discord, depending on where you are in the schedule, right? So if you start on a brand new server, you know that you're going to start off with Superman. That's the beginning of the whole rotation. Superman, you want to get to at least 5 white stars. The reason for that is this right here. His defense increases by 15%. You don't get this until you get him to 5 white stars. He's squishy until you get him to 5 white. He's even a little squishy at 5 white stars. But minimum, get him to 5 white stars. If you've got some additional time, it really depends on RNG, how quick that you can summon him and how many copies you can get within that period of time that his banner's up. If you can get him a little further, I suggest getting him up to 3 blue stars, and then I would stop, because then Joker is next. Let's go take a look at Joker. Joker is great. He's part of Arkham's Most Wanted. He is a fantastic damage over time damage dealer. He's definitely going to do better for you in the longer battles. Not so much the quicker ones, because it really doesn't allow him to build up enough damage with his Joker Venom. I would suggest getting him up to 5 white stars. Now, if you're pushing Superman into the blue, you're probably pushing into the Joker banner, so you're going to run out a little bit of time. I definitely keep him at 5 white stars. Unless you're super lucky on RNG, then I'd probably go into the blue, but at least 5 white stars, because then you have Scarecrow coming up. Let's go ahead and take a look at Scarecrow here really quick. Scarecrow, you only really need to get this guy up to 5 white stars. I wouldn't really suggest pushing him too much farther. He's not really great at 0 stars. He is effective at 5 white stars. I think he's going to get better. Obviously, as you continue to build all of these characters up, they get better and better the higher rank you get them. But your first initial pass through of the bleed is very important, because you want to make sure that you get specific heroes and push certain heroes too, because some of them are just absolutely fantastic, like Constantine. We'll talk about him in a minute. But Scarecrow, you definitely want to get him to 5 white stars and hold. I wouldn't suggest pushing him beyond that. Deathstroke is next. So Deathstroke, when people ask me if there's any characters that I should skip, if somebody should skip, I don't recommend too many. Deathstroke, I would recommend. It really depends. If you're free to play, I would definitely pass on Deathstroke, because you got some other characters that you're going to be able to plug and play into a bunch of different teams. Deathstroke is great. He's fantastic. He requires a ton of investment though. So minimum, if you're going to pull Deathstroke, I would say get him up to 5 blue stars, but you really want to get him into the purple stars. That's when you really start seeing him shine and doing a lot of damage. Now, he is, in my opinion, a bit of a counter to the Justice League Dark team, because he goes back and takes out Constantine so fast and then wipes everybody out. Once Constantine's gone, he's the major damage dealer. Everybody else gets wiped out, but it is hard to get to Constantine. Deathstroke does that very well. So get him up. If you're going to push him, get him up to 5 blue stars. Into the purple is the recommendation. But if you're not going to put that investment in him, then definitely skip him. The reason for that is because next we have Sinestro. Sinestro is a fantastic single target damage dealer. For him, you want him minimum 5 white stars, but I would recommend pushing him into the blue stars. He is great even at 0 stars, because his ultimate does so much damage. And then obviously as you continue to build him up, he just does better and better. He is part of the Legion of Doom team, which is a fun team to put together, but he's very plug and play because of his single target damage. He's going to do much better in the Devastator battles, where it's just you against Devastator versus like Murder Machine, because that's more of an AoE type battle. You're not going to really see him shine so much in that one. But definitely make sure to push for Sinestro 5 white stars. 3 blue is my recommendation. But you're going to want to hold, because if you don't have the RNG to get him up to 3 blue, Zatana is next. Zatana, you want minimum 5 white stars. Once you, I actually got really good RNG on Zatana, which is why I got her at 2 blue right now. But you take her to 5 white stars. That's really where you need to take her, and then stop. Unless you're pay to play, then you're going to continue to take anybody as far as you want, right? But from a free to play or low spender perspective, get her to 5 white stars and hold, because at that 5th white star, after the battle starts, all Justice League Dark allies gain 2% spiritual amp every 4 seconds. That has to do with additional damage, stacking up to 12%. This is what really builds up Constantine. And the rest of the team does do spiritual damage. However, this really kickstarts your Constantine, and he does massive damage. I've got him up to 50 million damage. I've got Murder Machine. I think my best score against Murder Machine with him was 80 million damage. So definitely get her to 5 white stars, because then Constantine's next, and I want you to go all out on this guy. That's my suggestion. You want to get him minimum 5 white stars, but push him as far as you can. Let me see. Yeah, 5 white stars. Push him as far as you can. I don't even have a minimum recommendation here. You're going to continue to push him even into the Hawk Girl damage, because when you get him up to 5 white stars, check this out. After he casts an ultimate, the area of range on his next Exorcism Blast and damage of his next Summoned Flames increases, stacking up to 2 times. At the start of battle, each Justice League Dark ally increases Constantine's attack by 10%. That's why you need to get him at least to 5 white stars. Everybody, that full team buffs up your Constantine like crazy. So get him up there as far as you can. The next banner that comes up is Hawk Girl. Now, Hawk Girl, she is a good character. She's more of a guardian, in my opinion, than she is a warrior. She really soaks up a lot of damage, but I don't really suggest pushing her too hard. I think getting her up to 5 white stars minimum is good. Even my recommendation would be to stop at 5 white stars, because you want to get Constantine as far as you can, which may push you into the Hawk Girl banner. But then you want to hold, as soon as you get her to 5 white stars, hold on to your Anvils, because we have Nightwing coming up. We don't know what he does yet. I think he's going to come out in a day or 2 as of the recording of this video, but we don't know how good he is yet. I'm suspecting he's going to be fantastic, and you're going to want to hold Anvils for him, but I'm not sure 100%. So as far as the bleed goes and the schedule, that's the schedule that they come out on. Those are my recommendations as far as minimum star level and what my recommendation is. And there's only one skip, and that's Deathstroke right now. Rotation should be coming back around. Hopefully they should recycle the rotation so that we have an opportunity to continue to build up these characters. And then I may have different suggestions. But there you go, everybody. That's what I had for you. One of the most asked questions in Discord and on my streams. Very curious. What do you think? What do you think of my suggestions? What do you suggest as far as some of these characters and how far you would take them as far as star level? All right, everybody. That is what I had for you. As always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure you hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you next time.